Good morning. This is an instructional video on how to make a basic homemade pizza dough recipe, and it was created for Robert E. Lee High School, our lifetime nutrition and wellness class. My voice is really bad, so I may have to redo this. The utensils that you'll need is a whisk, 2-cup measuring cup, 1 cup and 1/4 cup dry measuring cup, tablespoon, a half a teaspoon, some scissors, a thermometer, and spatula. The ingredients are 3½ cups of flour, 1/4 cup of oil, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, 2 tablespoons of honey, and 1 package of yeast. What you want to do is put 3 cups of flour into your mixing bowl. If you're using a stand-up mixer, don't put the whole 3½ cups. Reserve a ½ cup. Sometimes flours are different, temperatures affect. Sometimes you need less, sometimes you need more. So it's best just to leave that ½ cup off. And then you also add your ½ teaspoon salt to your flour in the bowl. To prepare your yeast, you want 1 cup of warm water. The temperature, which is why you need the thermometer, should be between 95 and 115. If the temperature is too low, it won't activate your yeast. If the temperature is too high, it will kill it. So get your temperature in that range and put your yeast and use your whisk to stir the yeast around in the water. That's going to sit there just a few minutes. And you're going to put your 2 tablespoons of honey and your 1/4 cup of oil into that liquid mixture. Okay? Then you pour it over into the flour in your mixer stand, and you let it mix until it comes together in a ball. If it's too wet and sticking to the bottom, that's when you start adding tablespoons of flour at a time until it comes together in a solid ball. It'll look kind of like Play-Doh, and it'll stay on the hook, and it won't stick at all. If it's too dry, then you want to add tablespoons of water until you can get it the right consistency. Now, this dough has already been prepared, so I'm going to turn the machine on and let you see what it's supposed to look like. The dough's not sticking at all. It'll break apart, come back together, but it's not sticking at the bottom of the bowl. Okay, and if you're doing this by hand, you simply knead it on a countertop until you get it that consistency. It can be done by hand just as easily, but it just takes a little bit longer. When that's done, you want to put your dough ball into a plastic bag. A gallon size will work. This one's a little bit larger, but it was all I had at the time. But a gallon size Ziploc bag is fine. And you put it in the refrigerator for 24 hours and let it proof. And it'll rise and get real gaseous in the bag. And then the next day, you punch it down. The best advice to give you on rolling your pizza dough is to just simply use your countertop, but use very, very little flour. The dough ball will actually make 2 large pizzas, so you want to, when you go to take your dough ball out of the bag, you want to mash it down, divide it equally in half, and then roll out 2 large pizzas. And again, just use your countertop, a rolling pin, and very, very little flour, because the counter works for you. It'll help that pizza dough spread out. If you put too much flour, it just kind of rolls around on the counter and it won't roll out for you. If you don't get it big enough for your pizza pan, it's okay, because once you get it on the pan, it'll stretch. You can stretch it out. Okay, those pizzas we cook at 425, anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes, depending on whether you like a soft pizza or if you like one with more of a crunchy crust. And also, always grease or spray Pam on your pan, but also sprinkle a little cornmeal on there, and that keeps it from sticking, and it also makes your crust very crisp. Okay, thank you.